I used to love going to Granny's house, playing with all my cousins, baking cakes. Granny's house was like Disneyland. She always had a house full of kids. But this particular day Mama left me, it was just us two. Me and my cousin Brandon. I love Brandon. He used to show me how to cheat when we would all sit around the table playing Monopoly, but the first time we were alone, the games changed. Monopoly was no longer his favorite and Granny's house was no longer mine. 10 o'clock hit. Granny said turn our footgraphs and go to bed, so I did just as Granny said. Well, went into bed, but I couldn't sleep, so I'm staring out the window watching neighbor's TV, and my cousin Brandon comes in and sits on the bed with a bag of potato chips in his right hand. He said, "Ericka, you still up, huh? Well, you want to play a game? The winner gets chips." I said, "Yeah, I want to play," with a smile on my face. He said, "The game goes like this. There are rules. 1, it's a secret. Promise me no one will know. 2, it's a quiet game. Don't want Granny to hear us. 3, he showed me, turned off the light, put his hand on my thigh, and that's when I instantly started to cry. He pulled down my Power Ranger pajamas and fulfilled his destiny, and after he explored entering me, bloodshot and sort of my dreams, hope, and pride, I wanted to yell, tried to scream, but my mouth was covered by a pillow and a pink cakes. Plus, Granny is hard of hearing anyways, and seconds felt like hours, and I finally understood the saying, hell on earth.
Jesus.
Granny's house was no longer Disneyland. It was more like Nightmare on Elm Street, and Brandon was ready and I wasn't ready, so he continued. Touching the feeling, satisfying his needs. I used to believe in fairy tales, but Brandon took that from me. Brandon took my joy, Brandon took my sanity. I wasn't your girlfriend, man. You could hardly count my age on both hands, and his hands ran from every my 7-year-old curves, and the pain I felt 11 years ago, I'm just now able to express with words. When Brandon was finished, life was a blur. Motherfucking you. Lick the 7-year-old, so tell me, how did it taste? Was I sweet like you used to say when I would draw you a picture? Or was I sour like I am now after my body you enter? Brandon, you know what I hate? I was 7, you was 17. Why you couldn't find another way to masturbate? Finally told Granny, to this day she says it's a lie. So, Granny, you tell me, but 7-year-old has an imagination that big they can make up this horror story. And when I told Mama, all she could do was cry because she was raped too in that same exact room. And I pray my child won't have to go through the same shit being taken advantage of by a grown man to satisfy his dick. And when I see Brandon at family events, she smiles and I look back because I never forget those constant flashbacks, and I blame you for every relationship and trust issue I ever went through, and I blame you for all my mental evaluations, meetings with therapists, social workers, and psychiatrists, police officers coming to my school, and I blame you for stealing my innocence, and daily I still wonder what if. What if Mama didn't have to go out that night? What if my aunt could have watched me that night? What if Brandon would have just stopped and realized that the consequences of his actions would cost me the rest of my life? And I'm starting to think that maybe this family is cursed. Because my mom been going through this shit since she was 6, me 7, and my older sister 8. Someone taught me that 1 in every 4 girls be molested by the age of 6. So was it worth it, Brandon, to turn me into another damn statistic? And I'm not saying that I forgive you, but to move on in my life, I must let it go. But I will say this, Brandon, you will reap what you sow.
Come on now.